Bonjour, bon après-midi, bonsoir, wherever you're listening to me from. Respect. Today I'm here to talk about the issue of supplements and supplementing by a lot of our athletes and a lot of other people that are not athletes, of course. According to reports done by Muonge, the project name was called Muonge, but it was done by Muonge, Zavuga and Kabenge. They found that there is a lot of gaps in nutritional and doping knowledge among Ugandan athletes. 1. 2. They found that there is a big lack of consistent education programming for support staff, which is so vital. Support staff for these athletes is lacking. Big gap. So this is where the Ministry of Health comes in. Ministry of Health did also its own studies saying there is a high prevalence of self-medication in Uganda, with rates going up to 76.5% in some populations. Can you imagine? Do you know what that means? The Ministry of Health strongly advises against self-medication, urging all citizens to strictly adhere to medication prescribed by qualified health workers only, for a lot of reasons, some of which include risk of incorrect self-diagnosis, 2. Improper dosage, 3. Drug interactions, and 4. Increased mortality. So here are some facts I want to give you about supplements and supplementation that you're doing, or that some new athletes are doing, knowingly or unknowingly. Number 1. Most Ugandan athletes are unfamiliar with prohibited doping substances and methods, which puts them at an additional risk for inadvertent doping through the use of contaminated supplements. Number 1. Number 2. According to research, the active psychochemical substances in most of the preparation of supplements are unknown to both the manufacturer and the consumer. It means a lot of athletes are consuming what they don't know and have no idea about. Number 3, the production and marketing of nutritional supplements in Uganda is highly unregulated. That is something you have to all be concerned about. Then next, medical companies manufacturing drugs that we use when we fall sick. What they do is they have to first prove that their drug is good for human consumption. This is something that supplement and companies manufacturing supplements don't do, which is risky for people consuming it. And then the last one is there is a lot of mislabeling with these supplementing companies. Okay? Most of them claim what they don't do actually. The mislabeling is a big risk factor we all have to put into consideration. Number 1, in this mislabeling, you're going to consume what you think is in the bottle, and yet it is not what is in the bottle. It's a big challenge for you athletes. This is going to lead me to our next segment of these are some of the effects that you could land when you're overdoing supplements. Number 1, self-prescription. With self-prescriptions, you know it is a gamble. And we don't want to gamble with our health. This is according to the Ministry of Health, by the way. We don't want to gamble with the dosage. We don't want to gamble with the prescription. We don't want to gamble with what we are doing, especially with our lives. Number 2, the moment we start gambling, we are going to put a lot of pressure, additional pressure on our bodies or on our body parts that function to clean out these other effects that come along with it. For example, the liver. It's going to get a lot of strain, which is going to affect our health. So I highly recommend we follow the guidelines of the Ministry of Health. Next, when overly used, these supplements can have long-term effects on our liver still and on other body parts like the prostate, like our brains, because something that is overly done is dangerous for human consumption. Next, some people report sexual organ changes with the overuse of these supplements. One of the sexual body changes is men start developing breasts because they are overusing supplements. Okay? Another effect is it can also lead to some increased risks of cancers. We are still doing research, but it is now going to be proven. The overuse of all these supplements is going to be dangerous for our health. But we also have good benefits as well. For example, it can try to give you the stamina, the motivation, the power to continue working. It also has its good sides as well. So some of the tips I can give you as me, your performance scientist, is: 1, visit the nearest healthcare provider before starting on any supplement. It's very, very critical. It's very crucial. Number 2, you need to do certain tests to prove that you need this supplement. For example, vitamin deficiency tests. You need to do kidney tests to see if your kidney is okay and can sustain and can contain these supplements. You can also do genetic tests. Number 2, labeling. We as athletes need to learn how to read these labels that these companies put on their products. Okay, labeling is so crucial. You have to know what you as an athlete is looking for and what is in the product you're going to buy before using it. Do they match? Number 3, we have to know the anti-doping agency's list of rules and regulations of the drugs that are prohibited to use. You have to educate yourself, because you know there is little education we get from the people that are in charge of these departments. So you as an athlete, you need to take charge of your life. Number 4, you have to be intentional with your nutrition. This is the things I keep teaching you. Make sure every day you have an intake of fruits and vegetables to supplement on your balanced diet. Make sure you're intentional with that. Plus, what I also teach you every day, sleep is very important. Okay? All these are kind of supplements I give you. Go back to my past videos and you learn. These are some of the things that will make sure your performance stays on the top. What else can you do? Make sure you always have regular checkups at the hospital. At least after every 3 months, go to the nearest hospital and get checked up for your body organs, especially you who is already doing supplements. You have to know how your liver is doing. You have to know some other body parts after using these supplements. Keep in the know of your life. Take charge of your life. Otherwise, supplementation is a big topic, still debatable among scientists. Whether to be used or whether not to be used, the choice is yours. At the end of the day, personally, I'm going to bring all the knowledge to you. It is you to decide whether to use supplements or not. Otherwise, I wish you the best. You can contact me if you want any health advice, any tips. If you want to work with me, organizations that want to work with me, that want to partner with me, are all welcome. I do mentorship for schools, for young athletes, as well as I'm a physical trainer, sports and strength and conditioning. Hit me up in my inbox, that is my number, as well as wishing you all the best. We have Olympians going for Commonwealth Games. I wish you the best. And my final take is I'm calling upon all sports federations. This is something that is so critical. We have to teach our athletes, be it in football, volleyball, cricket, rugby. We have to teach them about supplements. This education is key. We have to give our athletes the knowledge to know which is the right drug to use and which is not the right drug to use, in which amount to use and when to use them. Otherwise, if you're an organization and you want me to come personally to educate your athletes, my number is in the bio. I welcome all collaborations and partnerships. Salute. Have a blessed week.